In 1973, in a chicken barn on a farm in South Georgia, the future of many lives would be changed forever. Farmer and biblical scholar Clarence Jordan had an idea that eventually became Habitat for Humanity. Mr. Jordan took his farm-grown ideas and partnered with eventual Habitat for Humanity founders Millard and Linda Fuller, introducing partnership housing. This idea would eventually end up housing over 600,000 families worldwide by 2012. A nonprofit, no-interest home loan provided by sponsors and lots of fundraising would build the Fund for Humanity, helping home more families throughout the years. This concept eventually became known as Habitat for Humanity. Habitat for Humanity shelters the idea of building strength and stability and self-reliance through shelter. And through your help and your involvement, Habitat for Humanity can continue helping to construct these homes. Through donated sponsorships, Habitat for Humanity can continue housing families all over the world. Having started in a chicken barn, Habitat for Humanity has housed millions of people worldwide throughout volunteer sponsorship efforts, and being a nonprofit organization is dependent on your funding and volunteer work. Habitat for Humanity continues to need you and your support in bettering the communities around the world. You may ask, how can you help you? How can we help Habitat for Humanity and the families themselves? How can they help with the continued growth of Habitat for Humanity? Looking deeper into what Habitat is about, we can see a brighter future for millions of families. Habitat for Humanity has the tools that build a better future. With your help, there are many ways to be sponsors for the Habitat for Humanity. You can donate funding. You can donate your volunteer time in construction and home rebuilds, and you can handle other repairs, donated materials or services. There are corporations that donate for total home builds. You can buy at the Restore, where the money goes into home building. Families of Habitat for Humanity also help their communities as well. Habitat families, they donate back by helping build the homes and having a home loan payment, allowing other homes to be built from this funding. Families involve themselves by partnering with the Habitat for Humanity to help their own homes be built with the help of volunteers. And they not only do they help volunteer hours gaining sweat equity, but Habitat recipients are also required to take financial courses and budgeting, along with having a credit that is loan attainable. There are many hours of work that go into being a homeowner, making a Habitat for Humanity homeowner and volunteers one big family. Although you may have seen inside the home build process as a volunteer or a potential family applicant, Habitat for Humanity is so much bigger than just building houses. Although our goal is to provide a safe place called home, we also aid in so much more. Habitat wears many hard hats. In addition to home builds, Habitat does behind-the-scene repairs for seniors in a program called Aging in Place, and vital repairs for our neighbors in need throughout the community. Habitat works as an advocate through the U.S. and other nations to improve housing laws and regulations to aid in the fair housing home ownership, affordable home ownership. Habitat for Humanity provides the Restore funding back into Habitat for Humanity homes. Now that we see inside the window of Habitat for Humanity, and you can raise the walls to a new life, offering a foundation to a family in need. Habitat for Humanity shelters the idea of building strength, stability, and self-reliance through shelter. And through your help and your involvement, Habitat for Humanity can continue building to construct homes. And through your donated sponsorships, Habitat for Humanity can continue housing families all over the world. Having started in a chicken coop, Habitat for Humanity housed millions of people worldwide through volunteer sponsorship efforts. And being a nonprofit organization dependent on funding and volunteer work, Habitat for Humanity continues to need your help and your support to continue bettering our communities throughout the world. As spoken by T. Bennett in The Light in the Heart, be the reason that someone smiles. Be the reason someone feels love and believes in the goodness of people. Thank you.